How about now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? No sound whatsoever? Oh my goodness. Hmm. Can you hear me in the music now? I could have sworn all this stuff was fine. Music too, everything. Had to occupy with terrible trivia. By the way, I'm doing the new thing. That was, I think, part of the problem. So, and I couldn't even be up to have this. But okay, let's start again. Bowie Grotto, we Mini Bog, I'm Engineer Hoist, and welcome to our weekly Transformers Earth Wars news stream. So yeah, connection issues happened right around the start. I noticed them about 15 minutes before. It took me this long to get them all resolved. And then, of course, I'm trying to use the new service StreamYard. And sorry, hit a little traffic. Yes, indeed. Uh, yeah, but I did see you guys chatting. Super VH was saying he was keeping everybody occupied with terrible trivia. I do appreciate it. Oktar, one of our channel members, thank you for being in here. We've got Razorquake 46. Victor was taking PB2. William Wilkinson, ditto. Luke, another channel member. Thank you so much for being here. Detmo and Grand Galvatron. Yeah, thank you guys all for being here. I'm sure there's more, but I don't want to scroll back that far. Yeah, so how about we go ahead and get started? We got news, we got crystals, and yeah. So let's go. Where's the button? Okay, so I had to set up a whole new thing too, so I got that going. Looks like that works. So this weekend's event is called Nuclear Family. And somewhere in here, I still have to click that button. Oh, take part in this weekend's event to win up to 10 red, 10 white, and 10 blue striped crystals. Yes, red, white, and blue, because the United Kingdom based company is celebrating the American Independence Day holiday. And there are also 30 starred chests, but I couldn't do like a starred font color. 25,000 premium shards, 7,500 3-star shards, and 20 million alloy and energon. It is an individual prestige event that starts at the usual Friday start time, ends at the usual Monday stop time, which is the holiday. As a matter of fact, they didn't say in the newsletter, but you can kind of figure it out from the rewards. There's 10 prestiges. It's super XP. And it's an individual event. You don't have to be in alliance, but you do have to be headquarters level 4. Hit the yellow event button, pick your zone, win the battle, win the points, and collect the prizes. And that's an excellent point there, Grand Galvatron. A fairly good chunk of the player base is US. So I think that's why they do it. Grind Time is here. Welcome. Thank you for being a channel member. And so every time I click over there, I click back. Okay, so I'm learning the new flow with the new software. Event battle zones are the standard battle zones. Lost my train of thought there. And here's a list of the totalizer prizes. You go through 10 of the prestiges, 10 of these, and basically, so there's like 30 of the starred chests, one of each of the colored chests, plus there's 3-star shards, premium shards, energon alloy. You can see, and pretty much. Yeah, so hey everybody, yo, Sunstreaker Waza is here. Yep. And yeah, we're doing it a little different. Instead of having the chat running full time on the screen, so I've got using the StreamYard software that allows me to go ahead and highlight individual chats. We used it first time during the Optimus Prime Lego build, and I want to start bringing that into here a little bit because it gives a bigger view of everything that we need to do that. So if you're curious what's in the red stripe crystal, here you go. You got probably going to get mostly red Kremzeeks, but you do have a chance for 5-star shards and Combiner Spark. And white stripe crystals, you got white Kremzeeks, 4-star shards and Spark. Blue stripe crystals, you got blue Kremzeeks. Notice the pattern. And 5-star combat shards and combat Spark. And the starred chest gives you a bunch of Spark. It's you're probably just going to be getting a bunch of little 1,000s of the Combiner Combat or Normal Spark, but there are 5,000 and 5,000 and 100,000, even some 5-star shards in there. So pretty cool. Yeah, I knew this was coming, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to start using this service, is because they do have a giveaway feature built in. I don't have one planned for today, so don't get your hopes up. But they do have a giveaway feature built in that you can use. And if you've ever seen any of Patriot Prime reviews videos, in fact, he did one last night. He uses the same software and the giveaway thing. So that's why I wanted to kind of start going over and using this. So plus also in the future, using this software, I will be able to bring on guests, such as our illustrious fellow YouTuber, Sunstreaker Waza, at some point. I haven't mentioned it yet, but maybe it'll happen at some point. And so that was pretty much it for the news. The new Cyber Pass season is available now. You've probably seen it in the game. And skins available for G2 Breakdown and G2 Mirage. This is the best I could get for G2 Mirage. But this is literally G2 Combiner Wars version of Breakdown. And this is Sphinx Pharaoh. I got a TFCon 19, but it's sort of the G2 Mirage colors. So, kind of wish we'd have done this one, but this was a unreleased from G. It was a concept in G2. Really would have loved to have seen this guy in the game, but yeah, that's fine. Let's get back to the slides, shall we? So we go this time to the community corner, and so the first up we've got Super VH. He's got his Optimus Prime. I believe that's the Earthrise, and for some reason he's wearing Shuffler, the little pachyderm, as a hat, and he's stole Ultra Magnus's missile and one of Rhinox's chain gun of the Doom. Yeah, so he's it's a nice little configuration there, so very cool. And we've also got a Studio Series Bumblebee movie Brawn. I almost said bronze. No, Brawn and Wheeljack, and he captioned this, "Who would win?" So tell me, who would win between Brawn and Wheeljack? I think it's going to depend on whether they got to do straight up hand to hand or if they can use gimmicks and gizmos, because I think Brawn hands, just straight on brute strength and skill would probably win. But I mean, Wheeljack's got a whole bunch of tricks up his sleeve, so as long as Brawn doesn't get shot in the shoulder, maybe he'd win. That's a good one. See, that's the nice thing about being able to highlight the comments, is you can pick it out and highlight it there. So I like that. Super VH says the rules are they can use anything. Okay, well then let's go. I'll vote for Wheeljack then. So we got some more from Hat Glitch, and so it looks like Silverbolt has skipped a leg day. I believe you captioned this Superion. So yeah, interesting configuration. I gotta say, when I first got the Combiner Wars Motormaster, I first put all I had was drag strip, and I did just put drag strip on there as a he was still Motormaster, but I put drag strip on, so it looked like he just had one giant arm. So yeah, it's pretty funny. And this was their version of Optimus Maximus. Has got a using the Laser Prime, the shoulder pads Prime mold. So that's makes it even more impressive. Got a couple of the what is that? Moon Racer, and I believe Mirage on the other side, Sludge, and Dreadwind, I think, is for the legs. So very interesting, very creative. I like that. And Hat Kid had a whole lot of story there, but I picked out some the highlights there. So first off, we got Cyclonus ambushing Orion Pax and is about to lay the smackdown. Meanwhile, Rodimus happened to see, and he sent his sentient trailer over to help him out. And Orion Pax, meantime, powered up to Optimus Prime, and the trailer is also there, and then you can see what's left of Cyclonus. So that's one more win in the column for the Autobots. So very, very cool, very creative. And Razorquake 46 also with a whole bunch. We picked out some highlights here. So he since he was still a little reeling from me pulling that 4-star Goldfire last week, went ahead and did a version of Goldfire there. And we've also got Override in honor of the new character coming out in the Velocitron, was it Speedia 500 line coming to Walmart near you at some point. I heard sometime in July, but I don't know an actual date. And we've also got Jackpot, which I thought was pretty cool, and a nice concept for an Elita 1. Yeah, I could go for that. I could see that. A nice hot pink car, as Elita 1. A little bit better than that little buggy that she's going to be in the Legacy line. But I'm still getting that Legacy toy. You know it is. I am. I do like the Power of the Primes version that we have in the game, so that's cool. And then we get to PB2 18. Like you said, took it light because of the saw a lot of other submissions, so took it light. Took the week off mostly. And gave us a Minecraft version of our breakdown in the G2 colors there. So very cool. And that's going to do it. If you happen to be watching this somewhere other than YouTube, there's the link. You can head on over to youtube.com/engineerhoist. And you can follow me on Twitter or Instagram at Engineer Hoist for infrequent behind-the-scenes content. We also have a Discord channel. The link is in the description below. And well, I also thank all of the channel members and moderators for your support during the, for as long as you've been supporting, including keeping the folks entertained during the delay. This today. Thank you, Super VH. And with that, we come back over here, and I accidentally tapped the screen with my forearm. So let's see. Spectre Spark is asking, don't you have the G2 Menasor from the Combiner Wars toy line? I do. I just don't have them all out here. I only just brought out Breakdown. I'll be bringing out the other ones as I can. But he's from that. They came in a box set, so I got that whole box set. So let's see what's next. Crystals, I believe. So as you can see, the Cyber Pass is back, except I tapped the wall somehow. So there is your G2 Mirage sitting there. Not quite exactly the same as what we as that figure that I put up, but it's there. And in the newsletter, that they're pretty sure they said they would be including some of those striped red, blue, white striped crystals in here. But as I scroll through, I don't really see a lot of them. So maybe they're just not listed. I don't know. And and also check your achievements today. They sent out the VIP gift through achievements, which I already collected, but this one I believe is here for everybody. The Cybertron's gift. All you got to do is you'll see that that number up there at the top, and you come over here. You hit claim, and you get 5,000 premium shards, 10,000 spark, 10,000 of each of the kinds of spark, and a silver XP core. And that should be there for everybody today. In fact, a lot of you may have already claimed it. So let's see. I got some dispatch missions completed. So go ahead and collect these loot crates because they may give us some more shards to collect some premium crystals. Or it could just be spark, or it could be a battle boost. It's grabbing all of my 2-star Autobots and maxing them out. And my Decepticons, I actually don't have enough Decepticons that aren't maxed. So I have 0 air class Decepticons. So whenever it calls for an air class, it doesn't even give me one. So I have to go in and select somebody who needs research. But that's fine. So let's go crack these crystals, shall we? So, yay, a smart bomb. 1,000 spark. I'll take it. Prime and Duncan, yes, I apologize. Yep, you've got missed the. We showed off the Hat Kid and Hat Glitch, but yeah, you missed it. So we do have a couple more premium shards. This is a silver XP core. We'll add it to the collection. And there will probably be additional crystals or shards to get after we go through all of this cracking. See, Razorquake is saying, I intend to beat you in the race for 4-star Shattered Glass Gold Bug, so don't get them until I do. If I had control over who comes out of the crystals, then I certainly would hold off. But, man, it's just not within my power to do so. Yeah, exactly. If I think we're being set up to do that. So we've got 16 of these heavy rain crystals, which are chances for Slingshot. Plus, you can see there's a 4-star crystal, 54 premium crystals. 30 of those are from the VIP. The other 24 are from dispatch missions. And what are these total spark crystals? I suppose I could have cracked them. So we've got premium crystals. We've got premium combat chips rather. And these are upgraded power core chips. Okay, so I guess we'll see what those are. G1 Optimus Prime, silver. I should have just said there's another food core. Yep, that definitely should be doing those dispatch missions if you can. It doesn't really take a lot of time, and you can earn some Z Energon. You can get crystals. Oh, we're getting the gold one. Yeah, don't really need that, but it's still nice. More food. And more food. Grand Gavatron is getting hungry. And now we gotta do these last few individually. Ugh. Yes, hey, it's a gold one. I think I have one of those, but that's okay. I might only have one, so that'll be good. More food. Oh, another gold. Ah, food. That's just gold food. And last one. Doing them individually took almost as fast as doing them with the times 10. We'll do the spark ones too, since they're just kind of spark. 5,000 spark. 10,000 combat spark. Nice. Combiner spark. Spreading it around, get a little bit of everything. Victor is asking, how's the 5-star 6-gun doing? He's doing pretty good. I think I got him finally out of the lab at level 41. So I think he's, I think that's about where he is. Goldfire is in the 30s, working his way up to 40. And Surfing Monkey is, he's mid 40s. So, pretty nice little spread there. Oh, what do we do next? Let's do some combats. What setup am I running on my 6-gun? I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I have a G-Metal Enhanced Ordnance on them. I cannot recall if I have a combat on him or if I do who. Well, he combats. Call them little guys. Well, you're not wrong. Terexodon. As difficult as they are to say sometimes, I think Terexodon and Pterodactyl are some pretty clever names. Wrong. That rung reminded me. Apparently, some Earthrise toys are showing up at Ollie's. So if you happen to have an Ollie's discount store in your area, you might want to swing by there. Mine, all they had was one rung. That was the only transformer they had, was rung, which I just left there because A, I'm trying to watch my money, and B, even if I was interested in maybe picking up something extra for like a duplicate or for, maybe a customized or something, what are you going to do with a rung? I mean, if it was like any of the other little gun combat bots, then or even the the shield bots, that's fine. But it's just the one rung, and one rung doesn't really make a good ladder. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Larkin's Lair was What's going on? So we'll do these premium crystals. Yeah, so that combat chip thing went about as well as could be expected. You know, Dupe City. So there you go. So we got a 3-star prowl. All right. So you guys were asking what's my setup for 6-gun. Let's go ahead and take a break. So there we go. I've got him. He's level 41, fresh out of the lab. Level 6 on the ability, and level 15 G metal enhanced ordnance, and no combat. So there we go. That is the status of him. And let's go ahead and crack the rest of these premiums. That's what the kids call a dad joke. Yeah, yeah. Raise the Quakes open. We get more of the Rainmaker since we got Acid Storm. Maybe, maybe not. Because Acid Storm being in here is a good indication that maybe we'll get some more. But there's been plenty of other times where we've seen an Acid Storm get released that did, like in the toy line, that didn't mean there were other Rainmakers. So that you can still be, I'd say the odds are still 50-50 on that one. Springer. Rotor Storm. Duncan says, probably not a good combo on higher zones and bases, but enjoying Slingshot and Afterbreaker on my alt. Yeah, I like using Afterbreaker. He's a good sacrifice bot because he's got a pretty good range. Plus, then he gets even more range when he does his circle. I like to use him to pop outpost spots. I used it one time, and he popped a combiner, and Devastator came out, and Devastator started running in a circle trying to chase him. I wish I could have recorded that. There's the Pachyderm. Just needs to be a little spicier. I mean, I was cracking up when Devastator started running around in a circle trying to chase Afterbreaker. Burner. Whichever. Monkey Pride. Deploy. Remember when they said we'd never get paddles? You know, asking for paddles is practically an Earth Wars meme at this point. If you think about it, he's a plesiosaur. He has flippers. He doesn't have feet. How would he even work in this game? Roll now. There's Grapel. And the last round of Dupe City. Sunstreaker. Said the same thing about Slingshot, but we got him. Fair point. The paddles just, I mean, how does it even work? I don't know, they made broadside work somehow. There's the Surfing Monkey. That's true. In fact, paddles only showed up like in like one sentence in one obscure story in the back of a comic book. So there we go. Dupe City is complete. We'll save that 4-star crystal to finish off with the Dupe City. Yeah, but we'll go and we'll do the slingshot crystals now. Are we going to get a 3-star? Are we going to get a 4-star? Are we going to even get some character shards to get a 2-star? There's only 16 chances. And there's only one way to find out. Not looking good so far. That was character shards, so we'll get the 2-star at least. If it ever pauses when you're doing this and this character, the character shards for whatever reason doesn't show up. There's some more character shards. All right, so we've got the. So we can get at least the 2-star. Now we get to go one by one. Oh man, remember when you used to have to crack like 200 crystals one by one? You'd be here all night, or at least a couple hours. 4-star shards. Hey, there's some more. And there you go. That's it. But we do have some more crystals we can get here. So we've got some couple premiums. Got a couple of 3-stars. And before we do this, we'll go into the team. Scroll all the way down. All the way down. And we can grab one 2-star slingshot crystal. Didn't quite have enough for the 3-star, even from the crystal. So we'll go and do that. We'll save him for last. We will crack premium. Yeah, 3-star crystal. These are guaranteed dupes. He's already chanting for the 4-star crystal. And Prime and Duncan just wants to watch the world burn. So he's rooting against them. Okay. Let's end on a good note. We know Slingshot is going to come out of this. So let's go ahead and get the 4-star duplicate. Oh my goodness. Pachyderm. Yes! Right now, Razor Quake is. Oh, it's Noxus Goldbug. Thank you. Yes! Got the Pachyderm. Okay, so this would have been a good note. But if I'd have done the other crystal first and not this one, it would not have come through. So this was a very good choice. Yes! That means Magna Boss 4-star can be created. All right. So all of those technical difficulties from before were worth it. No, they weren't. But yes, you saw it. Pachyderm came through. And we'll go ahead and welcome up in a nice little 2-star, not so spicy slingshot. So there he is. And I even already just put Slingshot back on the shelf. I wasn't expecting much from him, so I went ahead and put him back on the shelf. But we should get story from him, so let's go see what the story says. Yo, Slingshot, late to the party. As always, Fine. Take your best shot. I know my worth to the team, even if you don't. Listen, there's a reason you didn't make the aerial bot A team. Or rather, got bounced right out of it. Yeah, you was too busy hogging the credit for our endeavors to actually contribute much of anything yourself. If that's the way you want to spin it, Skydive, fine. Anyway, I'm better off solo. That way I can shine. And how's that going? Face it, you could have been 1/6 of Superion if you just grafted instead of sitting back and letting us take all the risks. You got me all wrong, Air Raid. See, I really am as good as I say I am. Whatever. But hey, if one of us sprains the sprocket, maybe we'll pull you off the subs bench. You guys, you're a riot. All I can say, Firefly, is watch this space. Sure, we'll be watching. But not exactly idling our intake valves. Slingshot, old bot, you owe it to yourself to prove them all wrong. The Earth Wars are going to be the making of me. Very cool. And what did this say? Oh, we get an achievement for having getting a new 4-star. So cool. Man, that's been a lot of 4-stars in the last couple of weeks. Surfing Monkey, Goldfire, Double Dealer, not too long before that. And now finally the Pachyderm. Was Slingshot talking to Philip, aka Metroplex? No, I think he was just talking to himself, but yes, that was a gigantic foot in the background. Go rank up Magna Boss? Oh yeah, I guess I can, can't I? I don't know if I have the Energon. And oh, by the way, since I moved the camera over here, now you can finally see what level my combiners are. So there is Magna Boss. Oh, I'm just shy of the Energon. I guess we won't be able to do that today. Or we could go ahead and add the Pachyderm. So this is basically how I power level with Elite 1 and whoever I'm power leveling. Usually just one other bot, sometimes two. And this time I'm bringing the Pachyderm because we just got him. And then, of course, that nice-looking Goldfire. And she can easily handle Zone 12 by herself. Yes, I have Energon in the inventory, but I'm not going to use that, when I'm this close. I mean, if I had, no Energon, then, yeah, I'd have gone and done it. But, I mean, I was, at I needed 3 million. I had over 2,900,000, so might as well go. And how often do I play battles, right? How often do I play battles? You should be playing battles, isn't it? Right? So I mean, it's a game stream. Shouldn't we be playing the game more than just crystal cracking? So maybe we should probably do that more. So I always try, when I am soloing with Alita, I try to scope out where the outposts are and try to avoid them, because that's about the only time that Alita could be taken down, is if we get the wrong combination of outpost bots. So it looks like I'm going to be popping at least this one for sure, and I'd like to avoid these sides.
Now, reap the whirlwind.
We'll come over here, and we'll go reap some whirlwinds. So let them walk a little close. We'll come up here, stomp. That should be good enough. Oh. And if you're quick with the second one, you can actually oftentimes avoid whatever the outpost bot's ability. Like that was Bombshell and would have hacked her. But I got out of the way. I also managed to avoid Lugnuts and Death Sauruses. Sometimes Mind Wipe I'm able to avoid, but not always. Let's give Goldfire a good run, shall we? I'm sorry, Razorquake. That should be enough. Just in time to go level up, but I'm pretty sure I don't have any leveling slots available. Research slots. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah. Boom. Okay. So there he is. He's ranking up. He'll be done in 2 days. Yeah, I don't know if I ever noticed the pachyderm with his trumpet. I don't know if I've ever noticed that before. I usually play with the sound off, except for when I'm streaming, so I don't always hear the sounds. Funny. What's the Alliance? The Alliance is non-toxic gamers, but let's see. Somebody said it's full. Yes, indeed. 40 of 40. So. There we go. Well, I got multiple screens. Seeing myself. That's weird. Last science is happy to see your luck was better than mine. 190 Minerva crystals, over 100 premium crystals, and not a single 4-star. Wow. Crazy. Brace yourselves. More lame jokes coming through. Yeah, PBG says I don't listen to play with the sound on either. Just turn it on once when Blaster and Soundwave played the touch. Do I have any guesses for the next combiners? Well, I can tell you that the Decepticon combiner is going to be, what is it? God Neptune, the white, blue, and gold version of the Seacons, because we got Sea Phantom 1 or 2 bots ago. I think it was a bot right before this one. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be the next one. Autobots, there's not a whole lot of Autobot combiners left. I mean, there's Raiden, the train bot, but how do the trains work? Don't say Astro Train, because in this game he's using the Titan's Return mold, which is like a Cybertronian train, which is basically like, he just hovers. But how would the real trains work in there? But I don't know, they can make it work. I think a lot of people, and I have to say I probably agree with them, is probably Skyrain with Skylinks as the core bot. And there's a couple of different configurations using Trailbreaker, Ratchet, Smokescreen, Wheeljack, and Hound. I think it's either, I think, what is it? Trailbreaker and Hound are for sure. And Ratchet is one of the options. I can't remember if he replaces Wheeljack or Smokescreen. So that makes Skylinks a quadruple changer. Yeah. Well, that's a good point. A lot of people don't think about it. We talk about the triple changers. When you ask somebody, name all of the triple changers in Transformers, they're going to rattle off names like Astro Train, Blitzwing, Springer, Sandstorm, Broadside. They might even bring out Snapdragon, Ape Face, Octane. but I guarantee you nobody will mention any combiner bot. All the combiner bots are triple changers because they have the bot mode, they have the car mode, and then they have the combined mode. So they're not considered triple changers because their class is like combiner mode. But really, they do have 3 modes. It's just the third mode doesn't really kind of work by itself. That's why it's generally not considered triple changer. So I'm not saying I disagree with people if they say, when they don't count them as triple changers, because yeah, they're really not. But they do have 3 modes. So, that's a good point, Oktar. That's the only reason why I would think they wouldn't do Sky Rain is because most of the Autobot players already have all the 4-star bots. I mean, if they were to release it, it's like, boom, hey, Autobots, automatic 4-star. Meanwhile, we only have 1 of the God Neptune for the con. So yeah, it would definitely be unbalanced. If they were to do something like that, it would have to be way down the line. They could do like a Galvatronus or a Grand Galvatron, because that one really, it's Cyclonus as the core. And then really, I mean, they had a particular configuration, I think, in Combiner Wars. They had a different configuration in, what was it, Unite Warriors, I think, in Japan. But in the comics, he just shanghaied anybody nearby. So really, you could do that with literally any bot in the game. So, but they're you never know. You never know. Grind Time says I'm going to love the 4-star Magna Boss. I hope so, man, because I liked the 3-star. I haven't used him much lately, but when I got him and I started using him, he was doing pretty good. And I got my Beast Wars Silverbolt leveled up pretty well, and I do like his ability. And if I recall, the 4-star Magna Boss ability is like a super version of that. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll like that Magna Boss. So. I like him so much, he's still sitting here, cheering me on. Also because I really don't have any other place to put him. And it's just because I like him so much. It's right here nearby. But it's a fantastic toy. I'm glad that I decided to go out and get this when they brought him to the game. Tripredicus is all right, but Magna Boss is so cool. Four-star Magna Boss is the boss. Burb. That was an accidental click, but I'll say it anyway. Tim was asking, should they add Fortress Maximus as the next Titan? Who else would they add on the Autobot side? I mean, if they even go and decide to do more Titans, Fortress Maximus makes sense. I mean, if you look at the Titans that we've gotten, like the toy figure Titan class toys, Metroplex, obviously we got Fort Max, we got Trypticon, Scorponok, and let's see, we have Fort Max and Scorponok as raid bosses, don't we? Or we did. Will they ever add them as playable? Who's to know? See, we got Omega Supreme as a Titan class toy, but he's not really a Titan class bot. We got the Arc as a Titan class toy, but I don't think we'd see that in the game. We see the Arc in the game. It's in. Well, let's go back over to the game. The Arc's kind of busy holding up the mountain right now. So. See, Red Alert says, missed quite a few of the storylines. Did they ever reveal who the Magna Boss bots used to be before the Beast Wars? Yeah, I've honestly, I've been skipping a lot of the storylines too, and I'm not sure if they ever did reveal that. Anybody know? So yeah, there's a black repainted Scorponok. It's called Black Zarak. I chose not to get it, but a lot of people have it. Yeah, Grand Galvatron's on it. And yeah, they did do recolors of Fort Max as like what Grand Maximus, Brave Maximus. I think I saw that go through the through there as well. But yeah, Metro Titan. I see people saying there's of course there's another Metroplex coming out in the Legacy toy line, which is what is that? Energon Metroplex, Armada Metroplex. I can't remember what that one's based off of, but still, it's Metroplex. You know, we've already got a Metroplex. Personally, I don't think we'll be seeing additional playable Titans. I mean, maybe if the game lasts another 10, 20 years or something, eventually they'd have to do something. But I don't think we'll be seeing that. Cybertron Metroplex. So I guess everything but the correct answer. Yeah, 50 Jetfires in the game. They can have 2 arcs. Okay. Yeah, fair point. Speaking of the arc, where did I put the arc toy? Put it over there. Actually, I didn't turn this other camera on. Let's go mobile with this camera. See if we can do it. So this is. Oh my goodness! Somehow I got to flip this screen. How did that get flipped? Oh, I think I know what I did. I think this is a holdover from. That's not right. There. That's more what it is. Yeah, this was a holdover from when I was having the camera above doing the Lego Optimus Prime. And the way the camera was oriented, it needed to kind of flip it. All right, so here, this is behind the scenes exclusive. So here's off to the side. I know there's no light there because it wasn't planned. Maybe I can bring up the exposure a little bit. So there you go. So this is who I've got sitting over here next to me. I've got Arson. There's Magna Boss, Tripredicus, Thomas, Fansoys Thomas over there, and obviously you guys see these guys behind me, and then I've got what I realized the other day, looking over here. I've got my Titan graveyard essentially over here. I've got Scorponok and the Arc, and that's the Ocular Max Bruticus sitting there. So, and there's SG Thundercracker too. Yeah, Teletrab 1's back over there, being worked on by what's his name? Overbite. And see now the exposure is way too much for this. And then the other direction, I've got Hoist, of course, a couple of hot rods, Iguanas, Skywarp, and Run. And we're settled back at home. Yeah, we should. Yeah, we should. Yeah, I've done a few of them, and my displays haven't changed much. It's like all of the new stuff I get seems to end up in boxes. I don't swap out the displays. I really should. So if I actually went and did, uh, if I actually went and did some work on my displays, then that's something I want to get to. So it's where you see like this empty space right back over here. I would love to have some shelves back over here and maybe redo the back along here, and so I and then have those be shelves. Maybe certain parts of that would be, yeah, we'll keep it. A fixture like Unicron will be back there, so we'll have a fixture, but then have some shelves be. It's like, okay, we got the new toy line coming out, so we're going to fill this up with that, and then when the new one comes out, we'll slowly like take off, kind of rotate it and stuff like that. But for now, this is what we got. Gonna have to put the cam back to Lego mode for Voltron. Yeah. That's not hard to do. I just forgot that that's what it was. Um, I was just thinking about that the other day because maybe I should do because I have a Lost Light shelf. I've got a Records shelf. I've got the combiners up, excuse me, up on a shelf, and I've got a Junkion shelf. It's basically just a bunch of like the Generations Rekgar and repaints, and I've got like a Collector Club shelf. I've got my Hideously Beautiful shelf, um, which he belongs on, but he hasn't made it over there yet. He's been hanging out back there. He hasn't quite made it to the Hideously Beautiful shelf. These guys have been in boxes, but but honestly, they belong on that Hideously Beautiful shelf too. It's just that Menasor is just so bad. The G2 Menasor is just so, or the Menasor for Combiner Wars is just so bad. But I was thinking, it's like, what, I've got masterpieces too, but it's with all these extra bots that I'm getting, maybe I should, basically, if I could keep a hot rod on, or a Rodimus with the Lost Light shelf, but all the other ones that don't have somewhere else to go, like Studio Series or Kingdom / Legacy Core Class, I could put them somewhere. And have a Rodimus Shrine. Those are good questions. Titan shelf, yes. It's got to be a strong shelf. Now that's a good idea. That's something they could work on. We've got Elita 1 in the game. And really, we don't have any of the other bots that would make up Orthia. And don't say Chromia. Chromia came in Siege. She wasn't part of Orthia. Or Elita Infinite was another option name for that. So that's an option. So who is it? Moonbracer, Green Light, Lancer, and Firestar, who I think they're calling Nova Star now. A worst toy shelf and a best toy shelf. Well, the worst toy shelf is the bin. I mean, like a storage bin, but you know, if you think of the bin as the trash can, yeah, that too. uh, why is Hoist my favorite Transformer? Super VH knows the folly of that question. No, my favorite Transformer is this guy here. Hot Rod is my favorite. I chose the name Hoist not because he's my favorite, but because not I knew that Hot Rod or Rodimus being my favorite. Of course, maybe I'd want to go by that. But first of all, I figured there would be a lot of people using that name, and I was right. It'd be kind of like trying to create a YouTube name under the name Optimus Prime. There's about 10,000 YouTube channels or Facebook pages or whatever as Optimus Prime, right? But you know what? So I was thinking of other characters that I liked, and it just so happened right as I was getting into choosing a screen name and something, because I started off like mostly like Facebook and stuff like. I didn't go to YouTube right away, and it just so happened that the Spotlight Hoist comic was out, and so it was spotlighted on Hoist, and he had a little bit of a monologue where he talked about he's just a mid-level maintenance engineer who takes each day as it comes, and I was like, that's me. That's literally my job, and that's kind of my attitude. And I did like Hoist. I had the G1 Hoist toy as a kid. The one from my childhood did not survive, but I do have a replacement. So I was like, yeah, we'll go Hoist. Think I need to write a profile with this information at this point? You know what? Go to engineerhoist.com and click on About. You'll find it there. I don't really talk about having a website very often, but I do. The reason I don't talk about it is because I haven't updated it in a while. I actually wrote a couple of blog posts. That's what it started off as. I wanted to, maybe do a blog or whatever, but I did a couple of posts, but then I started that. But then I started up Facebook to try to promote it, and then I found that not many people were coming over there, but I was getting good interaction on Facebook. So then I found that, man, it's taking a long time to type out all this stuff. I'd rather just talk about it. So I gave YouTube a try, and it didn't really take off that much. If you go look back at my history on YouTube, you'd see huge gaps between videos when I was just doing reviews. But then this fun little game called Transformers Earth Wars came out. I gave it a try, and I thought I had a good time with it. So, like, within a day or two of it coming out, I figured I'd do a review. And I had a little fun with the review. I started off, I was, when I was first doing these games, people were like, oh, when are you going to show your face? When are you going to show your face? My very first video that I did, I started off talking to the camera, and I was explaining the game. I even went with the editing. I even made the notification sound, and I had a notification pop up, and I was like, oh, it was like your fuel cells are ready. I was like, oh, let's go. And then so I pretended like I was tapping the notification, and then we clicked over to the game. Go find it. I'm pretty proud of that video. And so I did that, and I did a couple of other videos, and they did really well. I was like, well, hey, people are watching these videos, and one of the things they tell you on YouTube, if something's working, double down on it. And I've been doubling down for the last 6 years. So that's what here we are. So Razorquake says, take a guess who's my favorite Transformer, and people are guessing Bumblebee and Bumblebee, Goldbug, Goldfire, right? That's why you're so upset. That would be my guess. Brian289 says favorite is Silverbolt. Private Duncan favorite is Superion. And yes, he confirmed Bumblebee and Skywarp. Deadmo's favorite is Sideswipe. Cuddy Fox says Stampy. Not familiar with that one. Is that a nickname? And Super V8 doesn't have one. What? Victor was taken, says Skylinks. And Grand Galvatron says, guess mine. Roller. Cody Fox says Stampy is from Beast Wars Neo. That's why I'm not familiar with it. I'd missed that one. Oh yeah, speaking of shrines to a single character, Red Alert has a Skywarp shelf with 35 of him so far. And I recall I helped add to that collection at least once or twice. Just explain the entire reason I'm triggered. See, Royce Phelps, Grimlock, Twin Twist, and Top Spin. Yeah, they're very cool. So yeah, so not Grand Galvatron. It's a member of Grand Galvatron. PB2 says breakdown. No. Oh yes, PB2. Okay, there we go. What are we talking about? Oh, we're just talking about favorite Transformers and basically anything else that comes up. No. I just never remember to go do it. Yeah, that was what was that? That was the Iron Factory one, wasn't it? Yeah, the Iron Factory Seeker. That was a good little toy. Those Iron Factory Seekers. Yeah, I hear the like the New Age and the Magic Square Seekers are good too, but I went too deep with the Iron Factory. I was just like, I'm not doing those. I mean, they might be realistic alt modes and stuff like that, but I've got some serious Seeker burnout right now. Oh, Waz is still here, and he says my favorite Transformer is not Sunstreaker. So, see, somebody else using a name that is not his favorite. Anybody got guesses who Sunstreaker's Waz's favorite Transformer is? I don't know. Hmm. And Grind Time, his favorite Transformer is not Grind Time. Really? I would have thought it was. Sunstreaker's favorite bot is Oktar. I'm glad that I don't remember. Did I look it up, or I think you explained it to me? So I understand the whole Oktar thing, but it helps a lot knowing that. But by the way, anybody else here who wants in on the secret, Oktar here. That's not just a random name. Oktar was the original name for Starscream. So what was it? Bob Budiansky, who named most, if not all, of the G1 Transformers, originally was going to name the character we know as Starscream. Was going to name him Oktar, and then I don't know the rest of the story, but I think somebody probably said Oktar. What kind of crazy name is that? Just call him like Starscream or something, or at least just come up with a better name. But that's the story behind that. So So it doesn't look like we're going to get a confirmation of Waza's favorite Transformer. Or I missed it. Chris Taylor says it's Gnaw. Portal Snake likes Skywarp Night Raven. Okay, cool. That's an interesting question there. Grind Time is asking which Transformer is named in all of the Star Trek series. I know they have the Prime Directive. Is that what you're going for? Prime? Red Alert, that's a good guess. And that's probably the answer, too. Yep, Grind Time says Red Alert. And Red Alert got it correct. Yes, I agree. The Starscream does a much better name. Oktar is a good trivia or Jeopardy question. Yeah, very very true. Cuddy Fox says, I think he was going to use High Beam too. Did not use that name for obvious reasons. Yes, I believe that was one on the list as well. I think Rodimus Primal ended up getting a scan of Budiansky's notes of like the original names. Oh, what is this? A Star Trek stream now? At least Grind Times was related to Transformers. Which captain is mentioned in all of the Star Treks but was never seen? I don't know. Is that a joke like Captain Log? Captain Slog? Could you imagine that somebody remember Sludge's original alternate name Slog? Make him a captain, he'd be Captain Slog. Hey, I was right. Nope, I don't. I'm just sitting there creeping up a little bit past was it 10,300 now? Just creeping up. So get the word out, share. I am going to be adding some. I'm working on adding a new show on Mondays where we do talk, not just about the we'll keeping the Earth Wars stuff on Thursday, but I want to talk more about Transformers, the toys. Maybe talk about some news or do some builds like the Legos. That was fun. If I hauls, although I'm hurting, man. I haven't got a new Transformer in like 6 weeks. The last new one I got was Shoulder Pads Prime back on May 11th. It's almost 2 months since I got a new figure. I have New Age Cyclonus is in, but I haven't shipped him yet because I want to get free shipping, but nothing else is coming in. Everything I've pre-ordered is coming in, and I'm trying real hard to stick to my budget. And honestly, I haven't seen anything else on the shelves. Everything on the shelves I've got already. So it's hurting. It's hurting. I'm feeling withdrawals. But anyway, so yeah, so maybe that could be a topic. It's like, how do you deal with not getting new figures in a while? But anyway, so we'll do that. Maybe I'll showcase some interesting some oddball bots, or some custom bots that I do, and invite some guests on. Maybe have things like that. But it won't be happening this Monday, obviously, because it's the holiday and I've got plans. Maybe the Monday after. And actually, now that I think about it, there's going to be no Thursday stream next week either. I meant to mention that at the beginning of the episode, and I'll put the word out in Discord just to remind anybody who didn't see. But next week, there's going to be no Thursday stream either, because I've got other things going on that I'd rather not say. But it's not gonna work out. So Slick, are you doing Mondays too? My goodness, I was already planning on moving to Thursdays, and then you just beat me to the punch. And you're doing Mondays now too? Ugh. It's going to be a different topic though. I'm looking for a different audience. So, you're still talking about the game on Mondays. I'm talking other stuff. So. You like Hot Rod more than Rodimus, or since they're the same person, you like them equal? Yeah, that's basically it. They're the same person. It's just a different name. And the reason I made the change might be the same reason you made the change. Is I wanted to add a second day streaming, and leaving a stream on Wednesday. First of all, with the newsletter coming out Wednesday, it was a mad rush trying to get stuff prepared for a Wednesday night stream. It's a lot easier now preparing Wednesday and then streaming Thursday, and then also adding a second day stream day. Weekends are just not good for me, because there's always just other stuff going on weekends. And then Monday's pretty close to a Wednesday. Friday's still pretty close to a Wednesday. If I go to Thursday, Friday is like the next day. Wednesday is still close. Tuesday is still close. So I mean, it's just Monday, Thursday is a good spread. It's about as equal as you could do. Oh, now you're going to get into toy reviews on Mondays. Ugh, you're crazy. Maybe we'll guest on each other's stuff. Well, it kind of works out okay, because you tend to do yours early, probably about the same time local as I do, and just because we're so far apart, yours tend to be earlier and mine later. So you're obviously here in my stream, and I'm often in your streams too. So there's definitely room for both. I think Smokescreen would have been a good Prime. Are you talking like in Transformers Prime? I think it would have been a Hot Rod situation all over again. I like how they handled that in Transformers Prime, where Optimus is about to hand off the Matrix to the most worthy candidate who was the closest to him as he was dying. And Smokescreen basically said, no, we're going to save you instead. So I like how they wrote that, making it like, oh, no, here we go, another Hot Rod situation. And the Smokescreen instead said, no, we're going to save you. Where is it? It moved. Sometimes I try clicking the things and it's moving. There you go. Get out. What? I rescind your invitation. uh, it's a difference. It was a different situation because I mean Prime did give it to Ultra Magnus. Is that the Matrix chose Hot Rod? Yeah, when Magnus had it taken away, and Hot Rod was the only Autobot around, taking it off of Galvatron's chest. So it's definitely a different situation. What shirt is that? New one? I've had this for a while. It's Siege Optimus Prime. Got it at Christmas time, I think. Yes, Christmas time. Yeah, there was one stream a while back. I have another shirt. It's a Decepticon based on Siege, and it's got Megatron and I forget who else. But the big surprise is they had Brunt on that shirt. And I remember when I opened that shirt, I'm looking at it and I'm just dumbfounded. And she's like, "What? Don't you like it?" I was like, "No, I think it's great. This guy, I never would have thought he'd be on a T-shirt." So, now that's an interesting question. That's an interesting question. What was it because when the Matrix was dropped and Hot Rod caught it first? Did that code him to the Matrix? Even though clearly Hot Rod did what he was supposed to do. He gave it here. I caught this for you here. And gave it to Magnus. But did that kind of code to Hot Rod? That's a good question. I've often wondered that. And every time I watch that movie and he picks it up and kind of holds it, and then it's just like, whoa. Every time I can think, I was just like foreshadowing. But yeah, that's a good question. I don't know if that's ever been answered officially, or I imagine some people have talked about it, but it's a good question. I personally think, obviously, well, how come Ultra Magnus couldn't open it when he's trying to open it, but Hot Rod was able to open it? And well, there's definitely that's one theory that it was coded to Hot Rod, not Ultra Magnus. It could be that Ultra Magnus wanted to light their darkest hour, but that wasn't the darkest hour. They were being attacked by Decepticons, and yeah, he did get killed, although he was brought back to life. Repaired by the Junkions, but that wasn't the darkest hour. It was dark, but it wasn't darkest. Whereas Hot Rod's, when he did it, it was truly the darkest hour. Personally, I think it's because Ultra Magnus, his fingers were too big to fit in the holes. Because did you notice when Hot Rod actually opened it, you saw the animation of his fingers going in the holes, and then he was opening it. That's why Ultra Magnus couldn't do it, because he didn't put his fingers in the holes. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. And then there's the other question of so when they first land on Quintessa, Hot Rod and Cup, they're underwater because remember they got to fight that squid, and they got no problem breathing, and they're in outer space, they got no problem breathing or whatever. But then Galvatron chokes him. Got his hands around his neck and is choking Hot Rod. Like, well, how does that work? I mean, he doesn't need to breathe. He's in the underwater, in space, and all that. It's because there's a button. He has a button there. You can't really see it, but there's a button, and Galvatron was trying to press that button. I don't know. Yes, I definitely I knew that story. How were the Junkions able to put Ultra Magnus back together? Because he was originally meant to be like drawn and quartered by the sweeps. Uh, that's kind of why when they shoot him, that's why he's like is because he's actually intended to be being stretched, and then they pull all of his arms and everything and legs off. But then somebody said that's pretty brutal. Let's just blow him up instead. Everything blows up. People are used to that. Actually drawing and quartering the guy might be a little brutal, even for what they wanted to be a PG movie. So, yep. I think it's brilliant use of that. Damn it! Open. It's allowed because it's in the Transformers movie. Before anybody says, "Oh my gosh, Hoist said a swear word," it's in the Transformers movie. It's allowed because I quoted the movie. If you quote the movie, it's allowed. Making up rules as we go. No, it doesn't really fit. It doesn't really fit right now. Yeah, right. they killed everybody else. They Prime got slashed with the stars with the lightsaber. He got stabbed with a piece of rock and thrown off a cliff and beat to Kingdom Come. It even turned gray as he died, and you saw the life support machines go flatline. Oh my goodness. I have no memory of seeing it in the theaters. I know I saw it in the theater. I don't have any memories of it, so I don't know whether I cried or I didn't. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I honestly have no memory, so yeah, Prowl was pretty brutal. Burning alive from the inside. Oh, and then Braun got a little flesh wound in the shoulder, but that's where his kill switch is apparently. I do that all the time with other people. Throw it up on my YouTube app on my Roku or something like that, and I'll play on the phone. I do that all the time. Yeah, you guys are just trying to get me to say the other swear word, and not at the moment. Braun's fine. He's just sleeping. Oh, how about what such heroic nonsense, right? And then you don't see it, but you can imagine what happened. Poor Ironhide. Oh, different movie, but that's a fun, yeah, that's a fun part of that movie. Give me your face. He rips it off. I've definitely acted that out with a couple of bots before. Yeah, Starscream just plain disintegrating into dust. Oh, that's no problem. That's no problem. Yeah, I was. A crazy thought crossed my mind. I'm not going to do it, but it did cross my mind as another little joke video. Kind of like what Patriot Prime did, where he joked that he got cereal in his box. I was thinking of you know taking a Coronation Starscream and just like, oh yeah, I got it. Do a live unboxing of the Coronation Starscream and then just pour out some dirt. Yeah, because he disintegrated into dust. Kind of like my custom slingshot video. I don't know if some of you guys may have gone and seen it. If you haven't, go look. I've got a playlist for customs. Speaking of which, I need to do a video on this guy. But custom IDW slingshot. It's a good one. Oh yes, Voss. Let me tell you about MMC Cynicus. They made a character of Voss. I took mine off my shelf the other day because last time I was playing with him, I noticed his joints were getting a little tight, and I was going to tighten them up with some of that the joint tightener liquid or whatever. And then as soon as I did it, his chest came off, and the chest piece cracked. It didn't come unscrewed or anything like that. The part where it screwed one piece into the other, the screws were still in there. And the whole chest piece cracked off of the part that was having the screws on it. So I'm going to try to fix it. But I was pretty upset. Because, I've got all of the DJD and now one of them is in pieces. And it was like an $85 figure, and I don't really want to go out and spend another $85 on it. So I'm gonna try to fix it. I do have an Iron Factory little one as a backup though, so. But I mean, it was weird how it cracked. I mean, it was just like the whole piece just kind of like just sheared off. It wasn't from misuse or anything like that. So, no, okay. So it's not apparently it's a common thing. So, yeah, I mean, but I looked. It was like 7 or 8 years ago that I got it. So I mean, it lasted a while. I agree. I think Skywarp makes sense as becoming Cyclonus. The reason people say Bombshell is because when you look at that scene, Skywarp was kind of in the back and Bombshell was in the front, and it was the front one where he went, did this kind of deal to make you kind of think that was Cyclonus because he was front and center. So that's why people argue for Bombshell. But I think Skywarp makes a lot more sense. Skywarp makes a lot more sense. I'm definitely on the Skywarp became Cyclonus bandwagon team. Hashtag Team Skywarp became Cyclonus. Oh, I just noticed it was $1 million question. So you're going to pay me $1 million now? That's a good question. I haven't watched the Unicron trilogy. I've started watching Armada like 3 times, and I think the farthest I've made it is like 5 episodes. So I don't think I've even seen one super mode yet. Yeah, see, I knew somebody would put that up there. Thank you. Skyclonus. I like that. That's a much more it's a better hashtag than this one is kind of unwieldy. I became Cyclonus. I'm Cyclonus. I'm Cyclonus. I'm Cyclonus. Oh, good gracious. Fun times. Fun times. Oh my! Look at the time. It is getting pretty late. It's about our normal duration, though. We just got started a little late because of the technical difficulties. So I do appreciate everybody being here. It's been fun. I'm glad everything finally got going again and was able to actually get started, even though it was late, instead of having to cancel. So I do appreciate everybody being there, and thank you all for being here as I finally nabbed the pachyderm to level up my Magna Boss. That was definitely a surprise, but just remember, no stream next week due to issues. We will return the week after that, and maybe Monday, maybe. But Mondays are coming soon. All right. Have a good evening, folks. I'm Engineer Hoist. Keep rolling, my friends, and we'll see you next time.